Hello, everybody. I am the awesome one in... Steven, just go with a theme song.
What theme song?
Make one up.
John is fucking gay, John is fucking gay! John is fucking gay, John is fucking gay!
Yeah, that's good enough.
Thank you, Joseph.
Anyway, John, continue.
Alright. So, I don't know what we're doing here. I said, let's do a podcast. So, me being me, I got these people together, all by myself, no help from anyone. And, yeah. So what happens is, we're going to be talking about some wrestling. Good and bad. Mostly bad.
Of course.
And, so right now we're going to talk about what happened on Raw.
What did happen?
Now, that's why I have to look it up on the internet.
All I can remember is CM Punk and John Cena and Triple H. That's all.
Dude, Raw was fucking awful.
Yes,
After you come back from like a week where everybody was like, oh my fucking god, that was the greatest Raw of 2011 so far. And then you come to a letdown like this. Oh, Triple H is going to make an announcement. They fucking teased it the whole night. Triple H is going to make an announcement who he's going to make WWE champion. Everybody already fucking figured, oh, we're going to have an undisputed championship match at fucking SummerSlam. But no, then they got our hopes up. They're like, oh, we're all thinking, CM Punk, please, CM Punk's going to be the undisputed champion. Get rid of John Cena. Come on. And then they're like, oh, no, we're going to have an undisputed championship match. That fucking shit pissed me off.
Well, did you honestly think they were going to get rid of Cena? Really? Because it's not going to happen.
I don't know what they were going to do, but they shouldn't have teased it like that. It's like wrestling is starting to actually come back to what we all loved in the 90s.
It isn't. See, Jay, this is what you have to realize. WWE has they have one awesome storyline in the summer, but they will fuck it up. They will. Just look at Nexus last year.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with Impact. Impact was looking good too for a couple weeks there. It was like, all right, maybe they are actually.
Hey, we're not to Impact yet. We'll talk about Impact.
Let me finish this.
Impact.
I'm making a point. Impact was getting there too. For the last couple weeks, they've actually been following through with storylines, and it's not just been, oh, we're going to do this storyline. Smojo's going to get captured by ninjas. Next week, we're not even going to fucking mention it. And then they were actually following through with storylines. Everything was going good. They're actually pushing people like Brian Kendrick and Austin Aries. Yes, it's only in the X division, which is their mid-carders, I guess. But still, they're still pushing these guys. And then fucking after the last week, last Impact was awful. I don't care what anybody says. It was awful.
We're not.
And then the fucking pay-per-view, everybody that I've said it was, oh, God.
Not there. Not there yet. Get to that. Okay. So, as I was saying, we'll go through Raw systematically. So basically, CM Punk's like, I'm back. And Triple H says, well, blah, 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 I'm Triple H.
This promo was actually fucking legendary. And, CM Punk with the pipe bomb thing. And then he talks about Triple H's wife, which everybody has done that. Fucking Jericho made, 7 years of his career off calling Stephanie a whore? And then fucking...
And then Triple H is like, oh, okay. My favorite line of that night was, I will kick those stupid tattoos off your skinny fat ass.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me at all. And it even made it on Botchamania, because everybody was like, what the fuck? His skinny fat ass.
No, I'm not gonna say that joke. But...
That line was literally in the last Botchamania, where Triple H...
Alright, so basically, simple, Triple H doesn't like CM Punk doesn't like Triple H, CM Punk's doing his thing.
And CM Punk...
That's basically the opening segment, summarized in 3 minutes.
No,
less.
And CM Punk basically told Triple H, I want you to make me undisputed champion. Fuck John Cena in his dirty ass mouth. This is a real microphone, unlike with that one whore on YouTube.
Alrighty then.
we
So
can't
then,
do this for the whole of Raw, because there's only two things that happened on Raw. The opening and ending segment. That's it.
Yeah, that actually is the only good stuff. Fucking Dolph Ziggler in the middle, though, we'll get to that, but that disappointed me.
What happened to Dolph Ziggler? I completely forgot.
We'll get to it.
Okay. So after our opening segment, no matches, we go to commercial, and then, it's the number one contender battle royal for the Divas Championship. I have a problem with it.
Shit. That's what I did during that. I took a shit. Fuck that match.
I didn't watch the match,
I came back for the ending where, like, Beth Phoenix, she won it, and she's like, I'm so happy! I'm so happy! And then Kelly comes to the ring and is like, I'm so happy for you! So happy! And
Bitch turn!
Then they go to hug, and then Beth Phoenix is like, no, you're a fucking slut! Slams her down on the mat, and is like, I'm sick of bimbos and whores being on my show and being champion. Fuck this shit.
By the way, spoilers.
Yeah. Fuck this shit. I'm not doing it anymore. So now Beth Phoenix is gonna go over on fucking
she won't.
Fucking Kelly at SummerSlam. Yes, she is. She's gonna go over on Kelly because CM Punk is her husband or boyfriend or whatever the fuck they're fucking in the ass.
Okay. So now, I'm going to actually talk about the people who are in the match. The Bella Twins.
Who cares?
No, because this is a point that I like to make. The Bella Twins, Beth Phoenix, Melina, Maurice, Eve, Gail Kim, Alicia Fox, Caitlyn, AJ, Natalia, Tamina, and Rosa Mendez.
Wait, there's a bigger story than the actual Battle Royal in this. Gail Kim eliminated herself. 10 minutes later, she was released from WWE.
I really don't care, to be honest. I don't give a shit.
Kim and Melina are currently released, so I can't wait to see TNA and see what they do with them.
Gail Kim was amazing in TNA. I don't give a fuck what WWE did to her. I know that because she was in TNA, she's shit to WWE. You left us to go there. She was amazing in TNA. She was the only one that could stand up to Awesome Kong. She was the only one that they actually built up properly other than Kong. And then she goes to WWE and she's used as a fucking Divas jobber, which that's not saying much because Divas aren't anything in this business. I'm sorry to say it, but I've been in this business forever. We fucking use you guys as eye candy. I'm sorry.
I promise that won't happen if I'm in charge, just so you ladies know.
No, that's a lie. We don't have any lady viewers.
Oh yeah,
get out of here.
Sure.
If you guys,
so after all that,
you guys want to come to YGWA? We'll turn our show into some Japanese shit. Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So this is let's focus here. Let's try to keep this as least clustery as possible. So basically, what happened after the whole Beth Phoenix thing? We see the Miz and R-Truth, and the Truth is like, it's a conspiracy. And the Miz is like, it is. But then never mind. No, it's not.
So R-Truth is basically getting all the heels and thinking that everybody's a conspiracy. You'll see when we do Smackdown that he did the same thing to Christian, and then Christian was funny afterwards. I don't even get how people can boo Christian. Christian's fucking awesome.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, that's not. Half the crowd cheers for him, half the crowd boos for him, but then WWE has to edit.
It's like CM Punk.
The cheers out. You can tell where they edit it out.
Yeah, you can.
All right. Okay, so then we're commercial. Josh Matthews with John Cena. They do stupid things.
Cena's like, I'm going to make this personal with Triple H. This is my livelihood, and I'm the WWE champion. And I deserve to be WWE champion, even though I lost to CM Punk. WWE.
Well,
all right, so John Morrison and Rey Mysterio versus the Conspiracy.
This fucking match, oh my god, this match was awesome. This was the best match of the night by far.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
It's not really saying much to me.
I don't like a single person in that match. Besides maybe R-Truth.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I like everybody in that match but Rey Mysterio.
You know, I can appreciate Rey Mysterio. I don't like his character, but I can appreciate he goes out there every night and puts on good matches consistently.
I'll give you that. He is one of the best wrestlers in WWE, but it's just
Of all time.
of all time too. I just don't like how WWE builds him up as basically the Mexican John Cena.
Yeah, his gimmick's
No,
even
that's
more
Juan
stale than
Cena.
John Cena's. It's up.
But yeah, I mean, John Morrison, I mean, I just don't think that they brought him back at the right time.
No, they did bring him back at the right time. It's just they've jobbed it. He's lost 3 times in a row now. He got pinned twice. Yeah. And he's been back a week. How does that work?
I don't know. And then Rey Mysterio, he can work like Jesus, but, you know, the dude's old. Like, not old, but he's been around for a while.
Even though his knees are, like, fucked, still, he does put on good matches consistently. Even though he does do the same thing each and every night, but...
Don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about now? I had my mic muted for a second.
We're talking about the same match.
Alright, yeah, Rey Mysterio is fucking... he's a good wrestler. It's just, like I said, I don't like how they build him up as this Mexican John Cena.
Well, to be fair, he does lose more matches than John Cena.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
you guys didn't know, if you're watching this, I don't know why you'd be watching this if you didn't know, but Rey Mysterio was WWE champion for all of less than an hour.
No, that was bullshit, which in my opinion, they should have gone with Kofi Kingston or somebody else that was a lower mid-carder that this could have brought them up, and then they could have had an amazing match like Mysterio did with Cena and actually be up to the main event. But no, WWE's like, well, we got one Mexican who does drugs, so, well, we gotta build up this Mexican again. No.
I understand why they gave Rey Mysterio the belt, because...
You know, they don't
fucking trust Sakara anymore. That's bottom line.
Yeah, but the point is,
so basically, what happens?
The whole Rey Mysterio the whole Rey Mysterio scenario. I just want to say that I'm really. Look, I understand if they had to give John Cena the belt, then they did what they did. If they had to do that.
Yeah, but why not just put him in the tournament? Why couldn't Triple H just say, "All right, well, this is going to be a triple threat now"?
Well, to be fair, Vince McMahon was still kayfabe, blah blah blah, the owner, and he was going to fire John Cena before Triple H intervened, so he wouldn't.
Yeah, but this I don't get why they had to do this, because they could have just gave Cena the belt instead of making him. Yes, he is now a 12-time world champion. 1 less than Triple H, and 4 less than the greatest wrestler of all time, Ric Flair. I don't care what he's done to his legacy.
Ric Flair is the greatest wrestler of all time.
I don't care what he's done to his legacy, but the last time he held a world title, yes, in fact, he was the greatest wrestler in the world.
Ric Flair.
I'm not going to disagree.
I'm going to ooze greatness from Ric Flair. I love Ric Flair.
Fucking John Cena has held double the amounts of world titles that Hulk Hogan has held. That tells you how much WWE is on this dude's nuts.
Well, it's a different time now, though. I mean, people get championship titles handed to them, and they have short-ass reigns. That's why people are accumulating so much.
If Cena breaks Flair's record, I'm done with wrestling for good. I mean, I don't like Ric Flair personally, but I respect the guy that he's undoubtedly the best wrestler of all time.
He survived the plane
personally,
crash.
I love Ric Flair. Ric Flair. If I could hire Ric Flair, I would.
For the last 20, yeah, but you have to give. For the last 20 years, he has been.
He survived a plane crash.
Yeah,
he should have retired in 1992. He should have never went to WCW. He should have wrestled for Jim Crockett. He should never have wrestled for WWE. And he should have left after Shawn Michaels fucking kicked you in the face, you old bastard.
All right.
Should we just go?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
I love you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Steven has something to say about Rey Mysterio before we start.
Yeah. What I was going to say before was okay, I don't agree with how John Cena got the belt, but if they had to do it, they had to do it. But the thing is, Rey Mysterio did not react to it whatsoever. It's like, oh, I kind of got screwed out my title.
That's actually not true. He posted something on WWE.com/their YouTube page where he said, "The night after SummerSlam, I want my rematch, and if Triple H is a real man, he will give it to me, because we will be in my hometown, San Diego, and the 619. Whoever is the undisputed champion, be aware, I will get my title back."
Okay, I have a problem with that. First of all,
Why not do it on
in
TV?
your rematch clause, don't you have to take it out like before the title switches hands again?
I don't know. Technically, the title wouldn't switch hands.
It's a complicated situation.
Alright, whatever. Alright, so next thing that happens is Josh Matthews is talking to Triple H. Matthews brings up CM Punk. Triple H says Punk thinks he dropped a big bomb by bringing up Stephanie McMahon. Triple H says that that's old and tells Punk to get some new material.
And then he goes, "Well, if Cena wants to make this personal, he just better not, 'cause this isn't personal. This is business, brother. Brother.
That's commercial.
That's
all right, and now we're going to that part where Jay is going to rant on the Ziggles.
Dolph Ziggler, you guys built him up for a year and a half on SmackDown. You even made him world champion for a night. And you got to the point where we thought it was going to be a fatal four-way at WrestleMania for the world title. Ziggler versus Edge versus Del Rio versus Christian. But you didn't do that. You see, you just put Dolph Ziggler into I don't even remember what his fucking man. Was it that six-man shit with Snooki? Was he in that?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he was.
He was in that shit. Well, we think that you're going to make him a world champion. He defeated Edge on the road to WrestleMania for the world title, and then he lost it to him later in the night thanks to fucking Theodore Long.
Eddie Long.
And then you draft him over to Raw. That is the worst place for an up-and-comer to go. An up-and-comer on SmackDown goes to Raw, he flounders. He dies right in the water. You cannot get over on Raw unless you are a main eventer. John Morrison, look at him. It's the same thing. John Morrison, not even one week, just 3 days before he was, or 4 days before he was drafted to Raw, he defeated the then world champion CM Punk on SmackDown. And then you draft him over to Raw, and what the fuck has he done since?
Okay, to be fair, John Morrison did get pretty over on
injured.
Raw. Especially during his feud with
Miz. Over, but they're not fucking. They need to pull the trigger with him. He should have, in my opinion, took the belt off of Miz. Yeah, that's just me. But anyways, back to Dolph Ziggler. You guys built this guy up for a year and a half, and now who do you have him facing at SummerSlam? Alex Riley? Really?
He is the United States champion.
Really? Alex Riley? Really?
Okay, here's the thing. Alex Riley got over. he wasn't meant to, but...
over because he beat up Miz, and Miz is the most hated guy in WWE right now. That's the only reason he's over. Just because you're over does not mean that you deserve to be, though. Alex Riley's been here 3 months. Dolph Ziggler's been here since the fucking Spirit Squad.
It doesn't matter. Look, Alex Riley got over. They have to capitalize on him being over, or else he'll start floundering, like he'll be, like a saying Dolph Ziggler.
Not this fast. I know it works for Sheamus, but for so many others, it just doesn't work.
There's a difference between the US title and the world title. A big difference.
Yeah, it's not like they're putting him over as WWE champion.
Look, I understand.
Sheamus is a pasty white dude.
Back to Dolph Ziggler. It just pisses me off, WWE, and if you're listening to this, which I know you're not, you need to start pulling the trigger with these young talent that are over like crazy. I know you're doing it with Alex Riley, as Steven just pointed out, but you need to do it with Dolph Ziggler. All you need to do is get a guy over into a main event. Have him go over Cena. Just have him do it. Have him go over Cena once. That's all he's going to need. He's going to have that win over Cena, and he's going to be even more cocky, more brash. Have him go over Cena. Then the following week, have him go over Punk maybe. Have him go over another world champion. Just like you guys did with Kennedy. You remember Kennedy, right? Yeah, the guy who's...
Anderson.
You can have him win by pinfall. but he beat 8 world champions in the matter of like 2 months by DQ nonetheless. He beat The Undertaker by DQ nonetheless, and he was fucking over like crazy. And right before he got injured, you guys were about to pull that trigger to make him a main event. And right when he came back, you guys were going to make him the top babyface before Randy Orton got his balls in a vice and was like, oh, he punched me too hard in the face. But you guys don't let fuckers like Anderson discourage you. You need to pull the trigger on young guys like Dolph Ziggler, young guys who are good on the mic. Yeah, he's a little meh.
No, honestly, I want to interrupt you there. Dolph Ziggler, if you've watched NXT when Dolph Ziggler was a pro, he is really good on the microphone.
Yeah.
It's just when he's on Raw, he flounders so much for some reason. I don't know why that is.
The reason why he flounders so much is because of Vicky. Because she is his mouthpiece, basically.
I don't really like Vicky either. I mean, she's amazing at what she does. She has probably the second biggest heat in all of the company next to
the anonymous general manager,
Michael Cole.
But next to, yeah, basically Michael Cole, the anonymous general manager. But anyways, she has incredible heat, but it just doesn't work with Dolph Ziggler anymore. He needs to branch off from Vicky Guerrero. He needs to be his own man. He needs to, and quite honestly, I like Dolph when he's better as face because he's fucking hilarious. I don't know if you've ever seen Dolph as face, but when he was in FCW and when he was doing all this stuff and he was face, he's hilarious.
All right, so we've had our conversation about Ziggles. Let's move on to the next match, and hopefully we won't get on any more rants. It's Otunga and McGillicuddy against Marella and Ryder.
I actually like the new Nexus now. They're actually a good tag team. For some reason, this last 2 weeks or week and a half or whatever, SmackDown and Raw, they've really, really impressed me. It seems like Otunga, he isn't just here to be rich and to show off his physique like he was on NXT, but it seems like he actually is getting better in the ring and actually cares about this sport. Yes, I said sport of wrestling. I know that fucking, I don't want to call him McGillicuddy. Are you fucking kidding me? I know that,
you were Mr. Perfect Son. That is a great gimmick to have.
And his mother's maiden name was
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, I know that, but Joe Hang, I know he's here for all the right reasons. His dad was a wrestler. He loves wrestling. That fucker could have gone to baseball or football and been a pro at either one, but he came to wrestling because he's loved it since day one. And I think he's finally rubbing that off on Otunga because those two were magic in the ring on Monday and on Friday.
I wouldn't go as far as say they were
trying
magic.
To put over. Here's my thing. I'm personally not the biggest fan of Zack Ryder. I mean, I like Zack Ryder. I don't have a problem with him. But, I mean, if you're trying to put him over, he's already over with the fans, but you're trying to put him over match-wise, I wouldn't job him out.
This dude is so over with Santino, who's one of the most over guys in the company. When Santino's in the ring, they're chanting for Ryder, Ryder, Ryder.
Yeah,
Ryder. That's how over this guy is. And it's not in Long Island. They were in Indianapolis or wherever the fuck kick town they were at.
Actually, I want to kind of interject here because here's the thing. Ryder is over with
because of the
internet.
He is over with Mark.
If you actually listen to here's what his reaction goes. His theme hits. You hear kind of like the men in the front rows cheering, not really anything else. Then when he's in the ring, you can hear freaking large Ryder chants because that's the men in the front rows.
That's what wrestling needs. We need board marks. That's why the Attitude Era was so popular, and that's why WCW was so popular, because we had tons of fucking marks. We need that again in wrestling. We don't need all these fucking little kids I'm sorry. I can go on for hours.
It's not just the little kids.
Okay, so McGillicuddy and Otunga win. Then, main event.
And they go over never mind. They went over on Ryder when they should have went over on Santino, in my opinion, but whatever.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I was saying. You shouldn't job them out. And then Del Rio versus Evan Bourne, Matt Sydal, Evan Sydal.
It pisses what they're doing with Sydal, too.
No, the reason they're doing that is he's too good at selling, that's why.
I'm not even going to talk about that match. I don't like anybody on that match.
I like Del Rio and Matt Sydal, but It's just like
Seidel has no character, and Alberto Del Rio
He could develop such a good character though. When he was in ROH, he was like this ladies' man who like used all the.
When he was in ROH, he's not in ROH anymore. They put him in WWE. Give yourself some character. Don't rely on WWE to tell you what to do.
Yeah, but that's what WWE does. They write for you. On the indie circuit, you write for yourself.
Okay.
That's the difference here.
And most of the time, if you try to improvise yourself, you're gone. If you try and get yourself over, you're gone.
Bryan Danielson was entertaining as shit in ROH. He was like fucking god to everybody there. And he's a god to all the marks because they know he's the best in the ring, and he's like really good on the mic. If you don't believe me, go look up his YouTube page. He just did a couple videos where he is going to bury people. And
I'm gonna bury
it
people.
was fucking hilarious. And
I love that guy.
the top-rated comment was like, "Why can't you be this funny on SmackDown?" And then he responds with, "Because they won't let me."
It's a conspiracy.
And, like, that dude is so funny, and it's just like that's what WWE does to you. It just like they want you to fit this certain mold, and if you don't fit it, you're just done.
All right. So right now,
Do we have to talk about
then
the
after that, yeah, the next segment. I'm gonna sum it up like this. Cena. I don't know. I'm gonna be champion. Triple H comes out. Oh, I've made a decision. Then John Laurinaitis comes out and says, "You should strip John Cena."
Fucking Johnny Ace! Why are you on screen again, Johnny Ace? I get it. Your dad was a road warrior. I get it. Your son is a fucking college or NFL player. I get it. You don't need to be on camera. Don't be the new Stooges. Don't be them. Don't. Oh my God. The Stooges in the Attitude Era were the. Do not be Paul. Do not be Pat Buchanan and the other fucker. I forget his name. Do not be them.
All right.
Oh, Jerry Briscoe. That was his name.
All right. So basically, John, you should
listen to me because I have a raspy voice and I'm ugly.
Because I took JR's job. I was like, why did you mention that? You didn't need to mention that. But
because
okay,
WWE is trying to
finish this up. Let's try to finish this up. Basically, at the end, it's like undisputed match at SummerSlam.
And then they do what everybody needs to. If you ever are in an indie show or ever have an indie show, watch that ending because that will get you so fucking over. Do it before the match, not after the match, so you can hype up your match. But the boo, yeah, boo, yeah, boo.
I love the part where it's just like they raise the title, it's just like no my theme, no my theme.
Didn't
The ending kind of leaves it.
I don't know where the fuck they were, but for some reason, Cena was actually getting a pop, and that made me mad.
Hey, personally, name someone who is main event material. Okay, no, I'm not even gonna go into this because I will defend John Cena.
Ziggler! Oh, I already know what you're gonna say. I am so over with Dolph Ziggler. You have no idea.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler is one of my favorite guys as well, but
Fucking another guy that you're gonna probably make fun of me for, JTG.
I love JTG.
JTG.
Loud Styles loves JTG.
Honestly,
JTG has so much fucking charisma, and he's so good in the ring, and they don't even know what the fuck to do with him. And it's
they gave him
guys,
stereotypical
guess
ass gimmicks, but he can do it so well.
Dude, he has racist gimmick. Now he has that gimmick where he's like, I fucking hate everybody. Everybody sucks.
I'm black, y'all.
And he's like, I'm better than everybody. I'm better.
All right, everybody. So I would like to leave off with, we're going to take another break because...
We're going to be talking about JTG.
Oh yeah, JTG, we love him. He's black.
They need to put him over, put the ice on him.
We have break.
We'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're going to talk about Smackdown. We're not going to talk about it as disjointedly systematic as it was before. We're going to just talk about what comes to our minds. So, Jake.
The first big thing that came to mind was the promo with R-Truth and Christian. I hinted on this when we were doing the Raw review, but R-Truth is fucking... I love his new gimmick. And Christian as me and Steven said, you can't boo the guy. He's so funny. After the promo, they're like, yeah, it is a conspiracy. And then R-Truth walks away and he goes, but who the hell is Little Jimmy? And I just fucking laughed my ass off at that. And the main event was actually really good. I don't know what well, actually, the first thing that came to mind was the six-man tag. It was the Usos, and I forget who, versus the
JTG. The
Oh,
Usos and
and-
Trent Beretta.
Yeah, Trent Beretta. Fucking, I hate Trent Beretta. Oh my
Oh,
god.
come on!
Is
Trent
Trent
Beretta.
Beretta employed.
Trent Beretta's awesome. What the hell are you
Yeah,
talking?
they're not doing anything with them. I don't watch Superstars. I don't know what the hell this dude's gimmick
Exactly.
is.
If you don't watch Superstars, Trent Beretta's one of the main, well, not one of the main guys on Superstars, but whenever he's in a match, you know it's going to be a good match. Basically.
I really wish that they would have kept the Dude Busters, because I like that tag team. The Dude Busters, and then in FCW, Kurt Hawkins was with them, and Zack Ryder was with them sometimes. And what the hell? It just pissed me off. Is Zack Ryder still teaming with Kurt Hawkins on
Kurt Hawkins has
Superstars?
dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, nice. Oh no, he's a trainer now, I think. But anyways, and then the six-man tag, that struck me because I'm really hoping that they have the Usos and whatever McGillicuddy and
They haven't got a name
Otunga.
anymore.
I don't know what they call themselves anymore.
Or
But,
Otunga and McGillicuddy.
okay, well, Otunga and fucking Mr. Perfect Son. I really hope that they feud with the Usos, because I've said it since day one, since the Usos were in FCW and they won the FCW Tag Team Championships. I said it to you guys at least, that the fucking Usos are the future of this business, because just like their dad, which I don't know why their dad isn't in WWE anymore.
Rikishi?
Yeah. But anyways, they're going to be the future of the tag team division. I really hope WWE starts building them up again. And after this match, I think that they might.
I guarantee. Here's the thing. I guarantee they're going to build them up. Eventually, they're going to win tag titles. They'll lose it. They'll fire one of them, and the other one will start jobbing. That's what's going to happen.
No, one of them will join Scotty 2 Hottie.
Yeah, but with Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli coming into WWE as a tag team soon, that's going to be fucking awesome. I don't know if you've ever seen Claudio on his YouTube page, but he's hilarious. He's great on the mic. He's built like a WWE superstar. Chris Hero is the best indie star possibly ever. I'm not going to lie. I love Chris Hero.
All right. So,
And then-
what comes
then-
to your mind, Steven?
Wait, I wasn't done.
Okay, sorry.
And then the main event, which was the tag team match, was actually really good. And for the first time since this feud happened, and for the first time in nearly, it was 2009 when Jack Swagger pinned Randy Orton 1, 2, 3. This was the first clean pinfall victory over Orton in over 2 years.
That's not true. Christian
Yep.
pinned Orton clean about 2 months ago. On
When?
Raw.
All right, Christian's the first person since Jack Swagger to actually get a clean pinfall victory over Orton.
No,
and that's
Kofi Kingston did.
And
Oh, no,
CM
that
Punk
was-
did.
You guys are all liars.
CM Punk got a clean win at WrestleMania.
What?
What?
No, what am I talking about?
Randy Orton
I'm-
beat what?
I'm drunk.
Are you fucking high as shit?
CM Punk hadn't won
I
a
just
PP.
wanted that to happen.
CM Punk hadn't won a pay-per-view match since before Royal Rumble, as far as I can remember.
No, he beat Rey Mysterio.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
getting off the
so,
course.
Steven, what comes to your mind? Like, what are your opinions on the matches?
You know, I don't. One thing that comes to mind is Sheamus's face turn. I don't really have much to say apart from.
That's I don't like it.
Well, they don't really have any other faces right now. It just shows
yeah,
you the lack. Here's the thing.
They really-
It goes like Randy Orton, then you go all the way down to Daniel Bryan. And although Daniel Bryan is a very good wrestler, I'm not going to lie, he's so far down on the totem pole right now, it's unbelievable.
And he's Mr. Money in the Bank, which I have a feeling that he's going to put the case up on the line at SummerSlam against Wade Barrett, and he's going to lose it. I just have a feeling. Just like Kennedy lost it to Edge, because Kennedy, they were, like, I don't know, I forget the reason, but it was something about, like, Kennedy had heat on him backstage, so they gave the case to Edge instead.
Because Kennedy was injured.
Was it that? It was something. But I have a feeling that Danielson's going to lose the case before he cashes it in.
You really think?
Or he's going to cash it in and then lose it.
I don't think he's going to lose. I honestly think Del Rio is going to be the first to lose. Well, that's another topic for another day. But let's see, that's something that leads on to something actually. When you look at SmackDown's roster, they've got a few good talent.
They shouldn't have turned Christian heel. That fucked him over so bad because it could have been this face versus face feud that went on for a while. We haven't had that since Stone Cold versus The Rock, pretty much.
Reason we don't have that is because the crowd turns on someone, and in that feud, the crowd would have turned on Christian.
I'm gonna be honest. A year ago, you guys know, I was the biggest fucking Randy Orton mark. Oh my god, I couldn't get more Randy Orton.
Even I like Randy Orton.
When he was heel. And now that he's face, and he's pretty much the same character, I'll grant you that, other than now he's in love with the fans. It's fucking, he's gimmickless.
And he makes Jim Duggan faces.
Yeah.
Randy Orton is one of the worst on the roster right now, in my opinion.
I loved him a year ago. I fucking loved him. And then he turns face because, I'm going to take out Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. So that's going to make me a face, right? And then I'm going to make weird faces when I'm in the ring and grow a creepy beard. And it's like, why, Randy? Why? Why did you crush my hopes and dreams? I just hate that. When WWE, you should take your own advice. Randy Orton was getting cheers, so you turned him face. John Cena gets 80% boos, other than girls and little boys. What does that tell you? Maybe you should turn Cena heel? Yeah?
Well, I really don't want to get into this discussion, honestly.
Alright. So I'm going to talk about what comes to mind for me. Basically, Sheamus and Mark Henry is the biggest feud on there. I don't care about Christian.
I love Henry as a heel. I love Henry as a heel.
No, I'm actually surprised finding Mark Henry the most interesting thing on SmackDown.
Yeah, that's surprising, isn't it? It's like, you've been here 20 years. Where the hell was this Mark Henry?
Exactly.
Even when he was
obviously a young brought out the best in him.
Even when he was like a monster heel on ECW and was ECW champion, he wasn't this fucking entertaining. He's like the fucking giant killer now, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope Sheamus kicks this guy in the face. And that's something that we haven't had in wrestling for a while, where you actually get emotionally involved in a feud.
You want someone to get kicked in the face. That's not John Cena.
Because I think it's this time they've let Mark Henry just roll with it. I mean, he took out Kane, he took out Big Show, he killed that guy.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
that man. Yeah.
They started doing this when he was feuding with Batista, and then he's like, oh, no, I'm injured again. And it was like...
my quality.
Like, derailed that, and now for like the first time in a long time, he's actually in better shape than he has been in a long time. He's actually healthy, and he's fucking gold in the ring. Every time he gets in the ring, from now on, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a Mark Henry match. I'm happy now. He's gonna kill someone.
He's not flashy, but he does what he needs to do.
He's a monster.
Backbreakers.
He's like the first legitimate monster we've had since heel Kane. I'm gonna be honest. We haven't had any like monsters. Vladimir Kozlov, when he first debuted, he was kind of monsterish, but you lost to Jeff Hardy. You lost to Jeff Hardy. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Jeff Hardy.
I can't take you serious when you lose to a rainbow-haired warrior or whatever the fuck he called.
I am the rainbow-haired warrior.
That's so wrong on so many levels.
Fucking drug addicts. That's all they think
about. All right.
Well, Johnny, have you got anything to say?
Basically what I have to say is that I don't like SmackDown. Nothing on there interests me.
SmackDown, again, a year ago, when they had all these up-and-comers, and it was like the wrestling show, and Raw was the show for all, like, the storylines and everything, SmackDown was my favorite show. And now I can't even, like, get into it, because it's like, what do they have? Cena and Orton have been feuding for 6 months now. They needed to end it last month. This is getting old. I'm bored. I'm going to fall asleep.
The belt had the World Heavyweight Championship isn't over anymore.
Well, it's over, but it's just like, what? Is anybody else gonna get it? Orton.
It's just the feud. They need to end the feud. Just I hope to God Christian beats Orton and feuds with, I don't know, Mark Henry or someone. I can't believe I just said that.
I'd like to say something. I kind of remembered something. Booker T said something about if Randy Orton loses, he has to go to the back of the line. What line?
Yeah, what line? Who else is the main eventer? It's like, yeah, you got Sheamus and Mark Henry, but it's like...
That's it.
They're having a feud right now, so
yeah, it's like...
you can't have them.
Wade Barrett could have been, but they screwed him over.
I really, really hope, and this is just me saying, because Wade Barrett is more over than Bryan Danielson. I have a feeling if Danielson cashes in, he's going to lose. And I really don't want this, but I kind of hope that Barrett defeats Daniel Bryan for the case, if the case is on the line at some time. If it's not, I hope Daniel Bryan goes over Wade Barrett. But just to get the case and be able to cash it in and actually have a new main eventer, because I honestly don't think that Danielson is going to go over, especially if they're planning on him really cashing in at WrestleMania.
He's not over.
You know what I'd like to see? I just thought of a great idea that they could do.
What?
So at SummerSlam, Wade Barrett, title isn't on the line, or the case isn't on the line. Barrett beats Bryan, and after that, you kind of see him like it's backstage, kind of like thinking to himself. Then later, he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna cash it in, and takes it away from Randy Orton.
That actually could work. Then you'd have Barrett being like, I beat the WWE heavyweight champion. I don't know what this accent is, but I'm going to keep it.
Are you trying to be Chris-O?
I don't know.
But then what was the point of giving it to Bryan then? It's like...
No, like Bryan gets the title, and then we have Barrett come up and be like, I should be #1 contender. And that gets Randy Orton and Christian out of the title picture.
Oh God, no! Danielson cannot be champion right now. God,
yeah,
no.
that's what I'm thinking too. I'm like, if he cashes in anytime soon, he's gonna lose. What time we got?
3 minutes.
We got like 2.5 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Sorry.
All right. So basically, I don't even remember any of the segments. I just remember that it was bad. I think Sheamus ran out with a chair a couple times.
Yeah,
he chased off Mark Henry.
No, he didn't even try to save Vladimir. He waited.
Vladimir got released after he killed himself for the company too. That's another thing. I was like, they released like 6 different people on Thursday, or 5 different people on Thursday, and Vladimir was one of them. And I'm like, oh, Vladimir, he doesn't know how to say WWE. He's gonna be WWE champion someday. And like,
all he wanted was to be WWE champion.
And then like, I was sad, and then I turned on Smackdown. I'm like, what? And then I remember they tape it Tuesday.
Who else was released?
Melina,
Gail Kim,
Chris Masters.
I'm so pissed off about Chris Masters getting released. It's not even funny.
I can't wait to see all those people on TNA.
Chris Masters already tweeted and was like, I'm gonna make an impact on another debut soon.
They just turned around and said, no, we don't want you. Just go away.
Fucking, they need to stop picking up WWE guys and pick up indie guys like WWE is doing. You don't see any TNA people in WWE other than Christian. God damn it.
All right. Well, we take another break now, and when we come back, we'll be talking about how I hate Bound for Glory series.
Yeah, I hate it too. So you're gonna hear me rant more.
Hey, I'm ranting too. Don't leave me out.
I want to rant first.
Fuck you, Crimson, you're not Goldberg!
Break time.
Bye!
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't like the Bound for Glory series at all.
Oh boy, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Steven heard me rant about this yesterday.
Jay
you're in for a treat. Okay, so I don't like the Bound for Glory series at all, for the simple reason of you can't have a tournament like this if you have an undefeated guy. You can't do that. That's a bad idea because we all know who's going to win it. And if he doesn't win it, then you just ruined the undefeated streak for no reason.
Or he could just
And
get
if you're
DQ'd
going to put
all
over
the time,
Crimson, give him. It's not like Goldberg where he came out like breathing freaking smoke. He just comes down to the ring. Nothing special about him. He doesn't have like an angry promo where it's like, I will take you down.
I've never even heard a Crimson promo.
Exactly. But during the undefeated streak, I rarely heard Goldberg promo.
Yeah, that's true. Goldberg had like one promo in like a year.
Well, to be honest, Goldberg doesn't need a
has
pro.
that mystique about him, where you could believe this
Amazing Red's little brother should not be Goldberg.
Seriously, that's one thing I just want to get to this. This is one thing I hate about TNA pushing people. They want you to forget how they debut these guys.
Dude,
Crimson.
Wait, I just thought of something. Crimson has lost. He lost in a tag team match with his brother, Amazing Red.
Well, if he doesn't get pinned, it doesn't count.
Fuck that.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the standings as of the 1st of August. This is posted on the Impact Wrestling website. There's probably some changes here, but I'm just going to talk about them. So first,
Crimson went over RVD at the pay-per-view.
You only got 3 points, though.
Yeah. Because Joe or someone attacked.
We won't bring up anything after August 1st. We don't care about right now. But I'm going to talk about the person. The person that they deserve to be champion. Yeah, so we're going to do that. Crimson, don't think he deserves to be number 1 with 38 points. It doesn't make any sense.
Wait, how does he have 38 points when they said last Impact that Samoa...
This is August 1st.
Wait, I know, but the Pope was the first one to win by DQ, and you can only win with 7 or 10 points. 7 and 10 does not equal... and he's never done a submission move, so there's no way he could do a submission finish.
Well, I suppose they already counted... No, wait, he probably won 5 matches of 7, and then it counts to 3 for disqualification. So 38.
Whatever. So, in second place, we've got James Storm. Now, here's my theory. I don't think that James Storm should be anywhere near the world title. In all honesty, dude's awesome, but you can't put somebody like him as the world champion.
What happened to them pushing Bobby Roode towards it?
I don't know. But what happened is... You know how Eric Young has those two the TV title and he has the old TNA title?
Yeah.
Here's what I want. I want James Storm to beat Eric Young for the TV title. Then I want Eric Young to be like, oh, well, I can beat Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode beats us for the old TNA title. And so they renamed the title, the TV title, James Storm renames it the beer title, and Bobby Roode renames the old TNA title the money title. Then I want that to hold him up just like beer, money.
That's fucking retarded.
That's awesome. You know it.
You're my friend, but I don't know if you are anymore now.
Yeah, so James Storm should have the beer title, not the money title.
But, and then, are you done with your rant, or are you still going?
No, I have a bunch of more guys to go through.
Alright.
RVD, dude's a great worker, he's a pothead.
WWE reject!
He never lost his title.
Don't even bring up that storyline. I will punch you if you bring up that storyline. I swear to God.
Jeez, they are coming.
No, it's not even that. It's about the whole freaking... Abyss hit him with a board of nails! That's attempted murder!
Abyss killed this fucker, and he's still walking around. Did you see Did you see how much fake blood was spattered upon his body? He should be dead.
There was attempted fucking murder on the TV.
And hold on.
Police!
You know if that was Ric Flair, he would have done it for real. He would have just been like,
He would have been like, fuck this shit. This ain't fake blood this time. Cut me up.
alright.
I don't want to live anyways. My wife took everything from me.
Yeah. RVD. Kevin Austin. Yet, you know, he's still never got a rematch. He's like Batista. He wants a rematch. So then, another person in third place is Gunner.
No, I can never, ever take Gunner seriously. No.
Does TNA always forget how these people debut? He was a fucking security guard. But actually, I gotta commend TNA because they're actually trying to put this guy over. They gave him a win over Anderson when he was champ. They gave him a win over Sting, and then
they gave him a win over AJ Styles.
Yeah,
I can't take him seriously if he debuted as a security guard.
But I actually can commend TNA. They're actually pushing this guy. They're trying not to be WCW. But what has happened since he pinned Sting?
Nothing.
Exactly. He hasn't done anything.
He's just part of the NWO.
They're pushing the wrong people, though. Sure, you can commend them for pushing people, but they're pushing the wrong people.
AJ Styles needs to be world champion. Fuck you, Austin Aries is a god.
No, I'd rather have Austin Aries as a world champ than fucking Gunner or Chris.
Oh yeah, I'd want fucking Austin Aries deserves to be world champ.
I'd start watching TNA consistently if somebody like Alex Shelley, Austin Aries, I don't know, even Matt Morgan.
Dude, I don't know what happened to Alex Shelley, but he's just fucking jacked now.
Really?
Like all of a sudden, ever since what's his face, his tag team partner? I should know this. Chris Sabin, yeah. Ever since Sabin's been injured, he looks fucking jacked now.
Maybe he realized he wasn't going to get pushed being so small.
Yeah. Next person, Bubba Ray Dudley. I'm not gonna even talk about it. Just Bubba Ray Dudley.
Fuck that.
Actually, Bubba, I'm gonna get heat from you guys, but I actually like Bully Ray right now, like a lot.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I mean, he's playing
He's in like the best shape he's ever been. He's lost. I think he said on his Twitter or something he's lost like 90 pounds.
Good for him.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, dude,
exactly.
His shoulders look like trucks. Have you seen that with shoulders?
No, but that's good and all. But
he's
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Exactly. That's why
he could wrestle 5-star matches each and every night. But again, I'm not gonna take him seriously.
Why?
Exactly.
Bubba Ray Dudley. That's all I gotta say.
And it's compounded by the fact that his name is Bully Ray. Who calls himself Bully? Really?
I'm a bully. I'm a bully. I'm a bully.
I mean, I thought bullies didn't think that they were bullies.
Yeah.
There's just so much wrong with
You're lying to me, in fact. All right, next person, third. They got 4 dudes in third. Come on. Be rude.
Dude, pretty much
again. You can hold the money championship.
Pretty much the only 2 people that can win right now are Crimson and RVD.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the only 2 people who I think should and TNA would have.
I think what's going to happen is it's probably going to be Kurt Angle versus Sting versus Crimson.
As third PM. Or at least as number 1 contender.
Yeah, I don't think Crimson... Pound Floor is supposed to be your guys' biggest pay-per-view, and I don't think that you should have a rookie main eventing it.
No, if they had a good rookie who got over...
That's like putting, that's like putting, I don't know, freaking, that's like putting the Big O against, John Cena at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You just shouldn't do that. But, okay, so next, Matt Morgan's injured. Don't care.
Why don't you like
Next is Devon.
Wait, you mentioned Matt Morgan. I had my mic muted for a second.
Matt Morgan's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, I like Matt Morgan a lot, but it's just like he's shit in the ring, but I like him on the mic and everything. But
he's not
Matt Morgan, I read an article, before he was injured, he was slated to win this whole thing. And he was supposed to go face Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory, one-on-one, go over Kurt Angle.
Didn't that happen last year?
No, he didn't go over. Yeah, pretty much. But he's supposed to go over Kurt Angle at this Bound for Glory, and then he got injured, and now he can't. That's why they put him on commentary last week, because they're still hoping to get him in there. And I don't know how they're going to have him win it, because he's down by like 15 points.
There's a lot.
Well, yeah,
there's a lot wrong
14.
with that. Though. I mean, the one thing, is Crimson going to lose his first match or something?
This is how I think they should do it.
The way that they can have somebody go over Crimson in these standings is by kayfabing an injury. That's the only way.
Oh, yeah.
And if they do that now, everybody's going to be like, oh, well, they just did that with Morgan.
That just kills his momentum. So.
It's just like, I don't even get why he's in this series. If TNA was smart, they would have kept him out of the series, had him keep winning, and then he would be like bitching about, oh, well, they don't want me in this series because they know Immortal knows that I'd be main eventing the whole thing. Because the storyline right now is that Immortal doesn't want this guy to win. So,
that brings me on to another point later on, but continue.
Immortal, aka NWO 2011, doesn't want Crimson to win because they know, he'd just take the world title. But, like, if you don't want him to win, you should have kept him out of the series. You're in charge of the whole thing.
Exactly, apparently Immortal's in charge of this shit.
We've got very few amount of time, so let me get through this, and then we'll be done, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Devon... I don't understand how Devon's a face right now.
I
can't take out my kid's Pope.
Because fucking Pope, he's like, Pope, you're a child molester. I'm not a child molester. Shut up, Michael. And if you get that joke, I love you. But like,
no, I get it.
It's like Pope. It's just like all over his kids and his wife. I don't get how Devon, because Pope, we're supposed to believe, Pope is this great person, and then Devon's like, you can't be around my family. And Devon's a fat fucking piece of shit now. What happened to you, Devon? In WWE,
he became a reverend. Okay, so AJ Styles.
I was talking. In WWE, you were the skinny Dudley boy. What happened?
Well, that was Spike. Okay, so yeah, AJ Styles. I don't care.
I don't even want to.
I don't care.
Styles,
I don't care. I honestly, the problem with me right now, Samoa Joe.
Yeah. And apparently, Stone Cold is in talks with Samoa Joe. And Stone Cold has told WWE, when his contract's up, I want you guys to bring this guy in here. He's talented. He could run a great program with anybody you put him in. He's awesome.
Put him in a program with CM Punk.
Yeah.
That would be the best thing ever.
They're like best friends in real life. And
do you know how many people from ROH will turn on WWE just be like, dude, they're gonna have
they wouldn't. Trust me.
Yeah, they would, but still.
Yeah, no, they probably actually would to see that program.
No, because they just be bitching like, it's watered down, oh my god, it's so crap.
Oh, they should have had an hour-long draw.
Fuck you guys, I'm an ROH fan.
I know.
Alright, so that's all for my rant on TNA. I can't.
As long as we're all done on TNA, if we're not all done on TNA, we'll go back to our next part. But we've got one final segment we need to get to, and
that is our segment where we talk about our favorite wrestlers at the moment.
No, we're going to talk about who we think deserves to go over.
Favorite undercard wrestlers, same difference.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I mean.
All right, so yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to do the intro this time, John. Fuck you. We're going to actually talk about undercards, people in the undercard that we think deserve to go to the main event, and I royally fucked that up. This is going to go on YouTube and our podcast. So,
well, here's what I think. Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe what?
Since when was Samoa Joe an undercard?
That's one who is in the undercard who should be in...
Samoa Joe shouldn't even be in the undercard!
Exactly!
Samoa Joe, for the first, 5, 6, 7 8 years of this show was the guy to watch, was the guy who weighs 400 pounds and in the X Division, was the guy who fucking won the world title from Kurt Angle, was the guy who when Kurt Angle debuted, Kurt Angle singled out because he knew Joe was the guy to beat in the company. And what the fuck has happened now?
He got kidnapped by ninjas.
From
The ninjas
05
terrible thing.
05 to 2011, the only thing this guy has grown to do in TNA is fucking mutton chops. That's the only thing that he's done.
Okay, can I just...
Here's my opinion. Here's what I think happened storyline-wise. The ninjas probed his brain so that...
Ninjas!
He could... Yes.
This dude has had so many gimmicks in the last few years, it makes me sick.
Personally, I think it all... Here's the point where I know that Impact went downhill forever.
Oh, the reason why he's not over is because fucking Hogan. Because he went to Hogan and said, what the fuck is this shit? You're ruining our company. He's the only guy that had the balls to say it to Hogan's face, and that's why he's not over. This pisses me off.
There's a reason.
He's like, brother, you're Samoan, brother.
There's something about Joe that it's like, Joe's kind of like, he's got the same problem that Monster heels have. It's like, okay, he'll be over when he's dominant for God knows how long it's going to be, depending on the person. But once he starts losing, loses that aura around him, he's never going to recover. It's as simple as that. They tried to throw so many gimmicks on him, but it doesn't work anymore.
I miss TNA fans. TNA fans in Nashville, not TNA fans in Florida. I miss those TNA fans that when Joe's music hits, they instantly start chanting, Joe is gonna kill you. Joe is gonna kill you.
If you can't get
lasted throughout his whole match.
If you can't get over in the Impact Zone, though, you're screwed.
Yeah,
you're just screwed.
That is true. Those fans are like fucking sheep. They will
They'll cheer for anything, and if they don't cheer for you, you're fucked.
Knock, who's there?
Someone just jumped over the top rope. TNA, TNA.
We want to side.
You are aware 6 years ago that would happen every single match. Oh, well it doesn't now. So we're gonna check.
That happens quite a lot in WWE as well. Fuck you.
Yeah.
God. And the guy that I think, and I know Steven's gonna agree with this, Dolph fucking Ziggler.
Don't agree with that.
The guy who held the title for 24 hours before...
It was 8 minutes.
I don't give what the fuck he had before, but I don't care. He had the title. They still credit him as a world champion. It pissed him off. It pisses me off. He posted on Twitter, he's like, it's a great honor to be world champion, but this isn't going to say much. Yeah, if I get fired from WWE, this is going to help my indie bookings, but I've been here since 2001 when I was a Spirit Squad member, or 2003 or whenever the Spirit Squad was.
2005.
2005 or whatever. Fuck you. And now he's come from Nikki to Dolph Ziggler, and he's this amazing guy on the mic. He can put off 5.5-star matches. I know you're only supposed to go 5 stars, but he can put on 5.5. If you don't believe me, look on YouTube for him versus Bryan Danielson. And this guy deserves to be a main event caliber, but he can't do that because he's at Raw, where everybody is either main eventer or nothing. Look at the U.S. title. What matches have happened in the last... matches have happened since it came back to Raw, since Sheamus was drafted to SmackDown? What matches? Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. That's it.
Times 1,000.
In nearly 6 months, that's the only U.S. title match on Raw. That's sad. That is completely and utterly sad.
No, I remember when Chris Benoit had the U.S. title.
Dude, when Chris Benoit and fucking Booker T had that best of 5 series, and I remember Randy Orton subbed for him in it, because Booker T was because Booker T was faking.
Because King AGO is Randy Orton.
Yeah. Booker T was faking an injury, and I remember that match got so heated, and by the end of the series, Orton's chest was all bubbling from all the chops and everything, and I was like, This is wrestling. This is a workhorse championship. And now what is it? It's a fucking belt. It's not even a championship anymore. It's a belt around Dolph's waist, and it's not going to leave because Dolph is the greatest main eventer, or mid-carder, in that company, and he needs to go main eventer. Give him a win over Cena or Punk. It'll put him over. Listen to me, WWE. I know you're not, but if you even come across our channel or this guy...
Go to Wade. I'm going to send this to Wade Barrett. Steven's British.
You will fucking put
Hi, Wade
him over.
Barrett.
Hi, Colt Cabana. Who do you think, Steven?
Well, on the top of my list would have been Dolph Ziggler, but seeing you said that. You know, there's quite a lot of people, and most of them appear on Superstars, but the one person I'm going to single out is Tyson Kidd. Fucking Tyson Kidd.
Oh yeah, didn't he, who did he lose to this week?
I don't know. He loses to everyone now.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't Tyson Kidd shave his head? He looks awful. He looks awful.
Tuft hair looked weird.
But like Tyson Kidd, the dude, I have a funny story for you guys. For some reason, I had a dream with Tyson Kidd in it. Or at least I think it was a dream, and it wasn't just me watching Superstars at 3 a.m. But Tyson Kidd came in his dad's in the Davey Boy's old attire. And I don't mean Davey Boy, D.H. Smith. I mean Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. His old attire with the vest and everything, come out to the ring, and like he's doing the Davey Boy shit. And for some reason, he had like this weird headdress on, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then
that was from your 3 a.m. McDonald's.
Shut up. And then he starts wrestling me, and like we're doing this wrestling match. So I really don't think it was Superstars, but anyways. But this dude was fucking amazing in the ring, and like he knew how to call spots, he knew how to do all this stuff. Like I'm not even the biggest fan of Tyson Kidd, but that's my story.
Yeah, that's a nice little story. But yeah,
another guy that I think deserves to go over, but won't ever, because of his gimmick, is Zack Ryder.
I would like to see JTG personally, in all seriousness.
Yeah, we hinted on that earlier. JTG
is amazing.
He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's good at racist gimmicks. He's good at gimmicks where he hates everybody. It's just the guy isn't going over because of Michael Hayes, who's a racist. The only man who has ever been world champion that is black underneath the watchful eye of Michael Hayes is Booker T. That's it. That's the only black man to ever be world champion since Michael Hayes has been.
And no black man has been WWE champion.
Well, here's the thing. Whenever this point gets raised, being half black myself, the thing is, number one, there's not many black wrestlers in the first place. And number two, the black wrestlers that there are, most of them should never, ever touch a world championship.
Shelton Benjamin.
No.
Ali?
Just no. I know people keep bringing up Shelton Benjamin, but honestly, no.
I'm one of those.
Shelton Benjamin should not touch a world
I actually agree with you 110%, Steven. I was just saying that to see what you were going to say. Shelton Benjamin is awful on the mic. He's just awful. He's amazing in the ring, but he's awful on the mic.
Only person, if they follow through with Kofi Kingston's push when he beat Randy Orton and CM Punk,
that's another person.
Yeah, Kofi. They fucked him over so much.
Kofi needs to go over a heel world champion whenever a heel champion comes up, because for some reason we can't have a heel world champion. I don't count Christian. Fuck you guys. But we can't have a heel world champion because it'll look bad or some shit. But
because we don't like bullies.
Exactly, we don't like bullies. We're not bullies, especially since Brie Bella and Nikki Bella, who are the biggest bullies in WWE, are in the commercial. Don't even taught it. But Kofi, they need to pull the trigger on Kofi. He deserves to be a world champion.
I think it's a bit too late for Kofi now. I think he might just be mid-card of transitional.
Don't make him Ted DiBiase. Please don't make him Ted DiBiase. I mean senior.
He's
worse.
Kofi's a transitional mid-card champ now.
Don't make him Ted DiBiase or Roddy Piper, the two of the greatest to ever lace up the boots and never to be world champions. Don't make him that.
He's worse. He's like Matt Hardy.
Don't make
infinite mid-card.
He's
going to become fat, and team with his brother, who's a drug addict.
Don't make him the new Coco Beware. Please don't do that. Oh, Coco Beware. Fucking
Probably will.
Coco Beware was on Tosh.0. That makes him the greatest person ever.
I don't.
You know what? Who I think they should bring back?
Who?
The Insane Clown Posse.
Go to hell.
We need jobbers.
I'll give him Calypso.
We've got enough jobbers now.
Hey guys, I know this is off topic, but do you all know who Coolio is?
Yes, the rapper.
Gangsta's
Paradise.
JTG reference.
Well, he has a misspelled Juggalo tattoo.
Does he really?
Yeah. They spell. I love it when people misspell tattoos. Like,
I just want the worst things to spell.
Instead of JUGGALO, there's only one G.
How do you mess that up?
And it's on his neck too. So it's like,
how is he a juggalo? He's black.
Exactly.
I'm so confused.
It's just like, what? How are you a juggalo? Have you ever worn face paint? Ever?
But another person that I think deserves to go over, but again, probably never will, is Daniel Bryan.
Does that mean 3 minutes, Dean?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
And
it's just a question of getting him over. They just need to give him a gimmick where it goes like, I'm gonna kick your fucking head in.
That was his gimmick in ROH.
I know, that's why I said it.
I hope that when Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli get to WWE, that they actually have Chris Hero and Claudio doing single wrestling as well, because they are both tremendous singles wrestlers.
Here's what I would like to see. Okay, hear me out here. Samoa Joe and Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, they come to WWE.
ROH invasion like ECW did.
So, like, don't even say ROH. Do it like, they're outsiders. You know?
That's fucking gay. Don't do the NWO.
No, I'm not saying NWO. Just outsiders. And then CM Punk's like, yeah, these guys are my buddies.
And Cole Cabana
And then Daniel Bryan's like, yeah, these guys are my buddies.
And then Cole Cabana jumps over the rail and CM Punk's like, hi, Cole Cabana!
I think we should end on that note, because that's always awesome.
Yeah.
We would like to say hi to any special shout-outs that we'd like to give to...
Jordan Styles, I want to be inside of you.
Hi, Colt Cabana.
And
Subscribe to the YouTube page, since it's going to go up on the YouTubes too.
Yeah.
That's YGWA official on YouTube. And go search for us on the podcast. We're not sure what name we're going to be or anything, because Steven's yet to set that up because he's a lazy black man.
What?
But anyways, we love you guys.
Yeah, and
we'll
be here. We'll be here
we'll
next
see
week.
you on the cool side of the pillow.
None of us are cool.
Fuck you!